Shalom, shalom. Exposed. He must be exposed. All right, because he's been running around the planet Earth for so long without. What they do is they try to push that image upon Jake, which Jake is wicked, but Esau Edom is the father of wickedness. Okay, like when you go into John 8:44, it says that you have your father the devil, and he was a murderer from the beginning, and he is the father of lies, right? So he's the root of wickedness, and the beginning of wickedness. He's has a PhD in wickedness. Okay, Jake has just learned that through the heathen, and like I said, Jake has always been wicked, and Jake has always been following after the heathen, but the level of wickedness that Jake is on now is on a whole nother level. And these Edomites, they've been at a whole nother level of wickedness from the beginning, but they have not been exposed. They have not been exposed. They have not been called out yet to the level, to the degree that they need to be called out yet. They're being called out more. Don't get me wrong. They're getting called out more, but they're not being called out to the level where they're completely bare. And the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he said it. He had his prophets write it down that he will make them completely bare. It is written, how are the things of Esau searched out? And they're being searched out by starting with the men of the Lord, the apostles and elders and the brothers on down. Okay, we're exposing this devil. But then you have whistleblowers, and things like that, and other Edomites exposing themselves, because the scriptures also say that his tongue shall fall upon himself. So he's being exposed, but we want his image to be completely decimated and brought down. Because when you look at this man around the earth, they still look at this man as a god. They still look at this man as someone superior in general. Okay, that's why Edomites go certain places and they get preferential treatment even from heathens. But we're coming to the time where Esau is going to be looked at as the fugitive that he is. Like, you guys have done nothing but wickedness on the earth. The only thing you've ever done, the only thing that's associated with you and your history and your people is evil. Okay, and people are going to come to that realization. The other nations, and so on and so forth. And the Edomites, their only mindset in that scenario, when they're fully exposed, is to attack. That's the only. You know what I'm saying? And there's Edomites who have said that. They dealing with the critical race theory thing. They said that if they keep teaching this, and my son is offended of being white, I'm gonna, you're giving us no choice. I don't want to have to fight. I don't want to raise war, but you're giving us no choice. And he's not saying that because they're getting ready to attack him. He's saying that because they're attacking his image. See, Esau understands the importance of image. Shalom, brother. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Kakadash B'Rakatas, the brother GMS Virgin Islands. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe. All right? He's not saying that because they're trying to attack him physically. He's saying that because they're attacking his image. All right? See, Esau understands the importance of an image. You Jakes don't understand. It's more precious than ointment and jewels and so on and so forth. A good name is very, very important. Very important. And Esau has built up a good name based upon lies and deception. Okay? That way his name can work for him. His reputation, his false reputation can work for him, through his movies, his manipulation of history, so on and so forth. But you Jakes, you Israelites, your reputation is working against you. When you Israelites, you so-called black men, black women, so-called Latino men, Latino women, they got this big thing with the migrants now. you know, and the things that you do, and the way they paint you, ultimately, at the end of the day, you know, because they blow anything that you do, they'll blow it up. You know, they'll blow it right up, and that will represent you and your people. But anything they do, they downplay, and it doesn't represent them as a whole. It never represents them as a whole. So your image is working against you in this world, but Esau's image is working for him. Okay, it's working for him. You see? You understand? So he'll have the he'll steal the patent for an invention, and you know the ones that whose face is based who's on that invention is the one who owns the patent. You know, who took the credit for it, which is an Edomite's face. So you think, oh, the Edomite created that, and it's so prevalent that all these inventions, if you would ask these people about certain inventions, you know, the refrigeration system, you know, the light bulb, and all these different things, their mindset is always, oh, the Edomite had to create a so-called white images in their head. That's the propaganda and the witchcraft that Esau has permeated in these people's minds. Okay, without them even knowing, subconsciously they believe that. You know, just like subconsciously, if they would have an image of God, they would think of it being a so-called white man. Right? The Lord, his son, the image would be of him as a so-called white man. See, that's why what we're doing in breaking down his image is so detrimental to him and so much of a threat. You know, because that image that he has built up has been working for him for all these centuries. You know, and our image has been working against us. You know, so what's happening now is Yahweh Shem Yahushua is getting ready to fully expose this man, where his image, his true image, is going to be revealed. That's why when you read Isaiah 40, the 47th chapter, it speaks about lift up the leg, you know, reveal the thigh. That was a shame for a woman to reveal the thigh in the ancient world. You know, that would, you know, that she would be looked at as a harlot, as a whore, just for revealing the thigh. Now they got spandex yoga pants on, and the pussy print is there. Okay, but in the ancient world, revealing the thigh was a shame. Okay, so Esau's getting ready to be fully revealed. Not just the calf of his leg, his whole thigh. Everything is going to be revealed. Right? The scriptures speak about inquisition being made. And when you look up the word inquisition, it means an intensive questioning. So when we go out there on the highways and the byways, even this video, what are we doing? We're questioning Esau and what he's done on the earth. And have you done this? Who did this? Who did this? Where were you at this time? Such and such. We're giving him some intense questioning, an intense interrogation. Okay? And they don't like that. They don't like that. That's very offensive to Esau, Edom. Very, very offensive. You know? And what happens is he gets in the mindset of getting ready to attack. That's the mind. When his image is attacked, he's ready. He wants to attack carnally because he's a carnal man. He's a carnal man. He's trying to act like he's civilized and this and that. No, Esau deep down is a savage, carnal, brute beast. That's it. That's how he operates, man. Okay? The brother, GMS Virgin Island, he put the scripture, 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And who's speaking with the spirit of his mouth? The prophets. Well, the words that we're speaking is the spirit of the Lord. It's the Lord speaking through us. It's not our words. Sometimes I'll say something and I'll forget what I said because the spirit of the Lord is speaking. It's not me. I'm not that smart. You understand what I'm saying? I'm as smart as the Lord allows me to be, you know? I'm not saying I'm not that, we're the smartest nation on the earth. We're the most intelligent nation on the earth. I mean, I'm just a man. You see? It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. When he comes back, he's going to completely destroy them. But for now, as it says in Isaiah 60:1, we have that light, and that light is exposing them in the darkness, because they work in the darkness. They don't work in the light. They work in the darkness. They work in secret. They work through deception. Without deception, without secrecy, they have no power. All right? The scripture, right? That scripture in Job, where it says that the morning to them is as the shadow of death. You see, the night to us is as the shadow of death, the darkness, the lies. But the light to them is as the shadow of death. Them being exposed, the truth fully coming out. This is why they're constantly against the critical race theory, which is nothing more than the details of what they've done in history. That's all it is. It's going into the details of it. They don't want to go through the details. They just want to paint. They just want to paint it with a broad brush and sugarcoat it. They don't want to go into the details of what Christopher Columbus was doing to the pregnant women, and what they were doing to the parts of the jakes they used to burn and lynch, and the lies that they set up, and the picnics that they had. And they don't want to go into those intricate details in their schools. How would that make them look? They're already being exposed now for little things. So imagine if they were to go into the details. That's what, first of all, to be critical of something is to go into the specifics. Okay? To be critical is to go into the specifics. They don't want you to go into the specifics. That's you shining a brighter light upon their wickedness. They don't want that. Why would they want that? Why would the devil want that? Why would an Edomite want that? They don't want that. But the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to expose them. And I can't wait till he fully exposes them, because they're still walking around with that bravado and that belief that they're this benevolent people. And the people believe that. And you can see it when you go out, you look at them, you look at their face, you look at how the people receive them. I'm always watching how the people look at these Edomites, how they receive them. And you can see that they believe that, that there's some type of, basically they believe they're a holy people or something, man. They're a great people. All right? When these Edomites are the vilest people on the earth, man. You had this guy recently just get exposed. The devil you always hear speaking on these animal documentaries. All right? He hasn't eaten for 3 days and whatever. Those guys, those guys in documentaries, the voiceovers. One of his friends was caught and pled guilty to molesting all kind of animals, man. All kind of dogs and different animals and things like that. So this is what these Edomites are really about, man. This is what these devils are really about, man. Okay? The Elder Yashawamba did a lesson on that, man. This is what these devils are really about. They're about hiding their wickedness, but then they're painting to you they're saving the animals. Like they're about saving the animals, man. Or they want to save the planet Earth, right? But they own all these plants and all these, they're making these people disappear that have technology that can make you run cars on water. No, that those people just end up missing, and they take their patents and that information never comes out. That's never widespread. But yet these same people are telling you they're trying to save the planet. But they're offing all these people are just going missing, that are coming up with inventions where you don't need gas or anything like that. No. Trust me, they're making the transition they're gonna make is for their benefit. It's not for your benefit, it's for their benefit. 100%. And they're not gonna lose a penny, when all is said and done. They're only gonna gain. So these devils are real conniving, man, and sneaky and slithery, man. So the sooner the Lord exposes them, the better, man. Because they've been running so long in this earth, so long with such a great image. And you Jakes, you Israelites, so-called black man, Latino man, Native American man, especially the Southern Kingdom, man, their image has been dirt in the earth, man. Anywhere you go, dirt. Okay? Yeah, you got women that want to deal with you around the earth because, of course, you're the most masculine man. You're the most, attractive man. Sure, they want to deal with you. All right? But at the end of the day, do their fathers want you to deal with them? And that's what's important. Really, that's what's important is what the fathers thinks. Because in the ancient world, it wasn't the woman that chose who they wanted to be with. It ultimately was the father. Okay? You see? But because your image is no good, that's why. That's why they don't want you to deal with them. You think in the time of King Solomon, when King Solomon was at the height of his rulership, that these other nations were like, nah, I don't want my daughters dealing with an Israelite? Yo, they were gladly... Listen, the Israelite was the first pick they wanted their daughter to be with, man. Because of the image we had back then, man. Queen Sheba came to King Solomon, and what? He saw his doorkeeper. She thought the doorkeeper was the king. That was the type of image we had, man, of a royal and wise and understanding people. So we got nothing but respect and honor. But in this time, you don't get respect and honor. The vile person is getting respect and honor, man. And these Israelites out here, they're just making us look bad. They're making the nation look bad. They're giving Esau things to accuse us on. The Sukiana, the Sexy Reds, the Lil Uzi Verts, and you know what I'm saying? The Chief Keefs. They're giving Esau something to point at. The accuser of the brethren. He wants that. He needs that. He needs something to point at. See, look at him. See, those are witnesses that are tainted. So when they come up and they speak about reparations and this and that, look what you've done. Esau, look at what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Look at what you're doing. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Look at what you're doing. Okay? He can point at them, but guess what? He can't point at the elect. He can't point at the elect, so that our argument doesn't work for the elect, for the Israel of the Most High, the Israel of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That doesn't work because we're an untainted witness. Our testimony will stand. Scriptures say that the prayers of the righteous will pierce the clouds. So what is he going to have to do? He's going to have to try to get rid of the witness. He's going to fail. Okay? And it's not only us that's going to come up against him. The earth is going to come up against him. The other nations, his own people are going to expose him. So guess what? He has nowhere to turn, man. He has nowhere to turn, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.